Okay, so you're DF against Lux. You went
Yeah,
Grasp. I mean, I don't really like Grasp too much. It's okay in some matchups like melees, like Kassadin, when you can proc it.
yeah,
But against Lux, I don't think you should go Grasp for sure.
yeah. I took it because I'm not confident with TF, so
Yeah,
I
I
don't
saw, I
know.
saw your stats, like you had really good stats with Vladimir, but you didn't really play him that much recently, and you haven't really played rank that much. I guess you were in, like you said, you were on a vacation or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I think you should just play as much Vlad as you can before he gets nerfed, because he's super OP, and it seems
okay.
like it's going really well for you. So there's no reason for you to not abuse it while it's still OP, you know? Because Vlad is
Yeah,
definitely gonna get nerfed. He got a small nerf last patch with some ratios on his E, but he's still like super OP because he's still being played at like every role almost.
uh,
It doesn't seem like he has that much of a weak point. Like people say he's weak early, but even at level 3, like level 4, he can kill ADCs on bots, so I don't know. So OP.
yeah.
Okay. I've just red card here, yep. I mean, you shouldn't be too scared because they have a E, he doesn't really put that much pressure.
Okay. Well,
Is
I
he invading? What the
thought he
fuck?
will go on red, so I was.
Yeah, I will just red card here for sure. You're full mana, so there's no reason for you to blue card. You just wanna have the
Yeah.
push advantage. He also
I
takes.
think I I think I misclicked it, but
Ah,
I
okay.
don't know.
Okay. This guy's invading a Graves and it's gonna work. I guess it doesn't make any sense, so it's so stupid what he does that I guess it's gonna work.
Uh,
Yeah, walking up here, I think he walked up to get an auto off? Like, what was that? I wanna see. But this is just mechanical stuff, right? Like, you have to dodge better, you have to use the red
yeah.
card, blah blah blah. Doesn't matter that much. Let's see here. I wanna see if you went for an auto, that's important. Oh no, you just wanted to get the last hit here. But that's like super greedy because there's no reason for you to go for this auto attack here because this creep is not under any threat of like dying to creeps, you know? So there's no reason for you
Yeah.
to try to take it right now, especially since you know you're gonna take so much free poke, like hit by the E, then he also gets the auto attack off which procs his passive. So it's like so bad, you see. And
Yeah.
here, if he also hit you with the bind, it will be super bad for you. Like you'll have to pop every pot you have. What do you even have? Corrupting pot.
I
And
don't know
here,
why I did it.
and yeah, and here you walk up. Like Lux, at this point, Lux is thinking, now, why is this guy walking up? Maybe the jungle is here, because it doesn't make sense that you would walk up here. You're taking damage from the creeps, and if you get binded or even slowed near the creeps, you're gonna take way too much poke.
It was really bad.
Okay, speed up. And again, like you're using blue card, but you're full mana. There's no reason for you to use blue card, because now he's gonna keep pushing under tower if he's smart. But
I understand.
But at this point, he's scared, I guess, so he doesn't want to push. Because he can get ganked. Like, we have one thing going for you here. It's that the wave is near your tower, so he has to be scared of the graves. That's why he's playing a bit scared. The trade here is okay, like the trade here was good, but I think you were a bit slow on the cards and he might dodge them if he is good. If this Lux was good, he would dodge the cards for sure. You have to use the cards earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Shot.
I want to
Okay,
help my
one HP.
jungler,
Yeah,
but
that's good, but yeah, it's getting out jungled by Yi early game with Graves, so. Did he also lose the crowd? Like, why is he level 2? No, he took the crowd. Yeah, bot lane dies even though you saw Yi on the dragon.
Una, I guess.
Ah, Yi suicided, so that's good. Okay. Actually, let me check my... I wanna check my
Yeah, it's okay.
microphone. Sometimes it goes. Okay, never mind. It's fine. Let's see. Let's continue.
I don't.
What's happening here?
I don't understand.
Did you?
When I watch it now, I feel like a realist. I just don't understand.
Do you have a cat?
I was-
Like your cat walked on your keyboard while you're playing, or what? Okay. I mean, here it wasn't too bad because you have, like, that's why it's so important to push sometimes. Like here, even though you walked melee range into him, it's still okay for a trade because you have the wave helping you, you know.
No.
Okay, wait, let me write down stuff. Grasp. Don't say grasp. Range. I guess mechanics. Mechanical mistakes. Red card. Always early. What else do we talk about? Guess that's it for now.
I think I missed this gun. Nah. Oh, I don't.
Okay, that's good. That's a good roam. Let's see if it works.
We got kill.
So what you here was, you could see how it was badly positioned because you have to flash,
Yeah.
right? Like you have to put it around as close as you can, but also not allowing Riven to just flash out when you ult, you know. So here you have to waste flash.
I know.
You might even like escape now because you don't have flash to chase him down. If you had flash here, he would die, right? I mean, he still dies, but it was way closer than it should have been, right? Like you see here, maybe you don't die, but okay, ult positioning. But it was still a good roam. Like you pushed out mid wave and then you roam top. That's good. That's what you want to do on TF. I hope you don't leave the wave like this. I mean, if the whole okay, Jax is gonna push it, right?
Yeah. I know that I should push when she doesn't have teleport, so but Jax was there and
Also, if
it's
you take
Iona. So he could int if I took his minions.
yeah, of course, of course. If you don't want to take minions of people and low, you don't. I mean, you're not low. You're like diamond 5, right? So it's not too low, but
It's diamond 5 on Iona, so
yeah. So like gold in West, right? Kappa. No, it's like 2 or 3 divisions, I would say, at best. Okay, so you could see how like ganking top, like when it takes you that long to kill the Riven, that also means it takes you longer to go back to mid, right? So maybe you miss more creeps because you kill them so slower than you should have. Okay. Now, I mean, you can't really help him at this point. Just push out mid. At this point, I would just push out mid to punish Tolux for roaming. I don't know if you buy pinks though. It seems like you don't buy enough pinks. Like you haven't bought any pinks yet. I'll check.
yeah, that's true.
Especially with TF, you wanna use pinks a lot because you're all about roaming and like abusing vision. Like people don't know where you are. Are you gonna ult? Are you not gonna ult? Are you gonna gank with the gold card? You know, it's like pretty important to have pinks, so they don't see you rotating around the mid lane bushes.
I know. I always forget that spawn. So
like you see here, there could be a ward here. There could be a ward here. But if you have a pink ward, not only are you clearing the words, but you also know, like, you know if there's a word, so you know if they saw you, like stuff like that. But now you don't really know. Like, what if there's a word here and then Riven just like waits around the corner here and just one shot you? You know, stuff like that can happen. It doesn't happen here, but it could happen in other games. You know. Also, like even you moving like this is good. Like if you stay around the bushes, because it puts pressure on the map. Like people don't know where you are. Are you ganking? Are you not? But you don't really lose much in standing around the bush here, so it's really good to do this. Okay.
I need to improve my farming too. I farm really bad.
Yeah. Especially on TF, like it should be pretty easy for you to get last hits on TF because you got your cards, your W, your Q, and your E also helps you last hit. Okay, push out mid. Okay, now you wanna base. I guess there's not much for you to do, like you're low mana, people base top, so I can't really ult. Bye. Casting one.
I didn't pink, so this was my bet, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't buy a pink again. Pink wards are just so efficient because they are like 75 gold and they can stay around in the bush for like the entire game, you know. They're just way too good. Ult top, let's see what happens.
I missed Carter, I wanted.
Oh, you kill him, that's another good roam. So far, the only thing you could have done a bit better is like last hitting and like warding and stuff like that. I don't like this dive, but I guess it's gonna work.
Yeah,
Even flashed him. That was so greedy. Now you're kinda overstaying, like if Lux ults here. Okay, she doesn't have ult yet, she just got it. Yeah. This is why I don't like that. I mean, it's okay, like you kill people, but you have to run immediately. Like even trying to kill them was greedy, so. I don't know if you could have even run though, because
I should, I haven't watched map, so...
yeah, you should have walked through here, for sure. And you could have just kept on attacking the tower. There's no reason for you to walk here. Like, what are you trying to achieve here? Could just keep rushing the tower and then just walk out. But I guess you see Graves here, so you're not too scared that you might die. How did this guy... what? I guess this guy was trying to bind you, but he randomly binded the Graves. What? Yeah. So here you're definitely fine if you walk through top side, through top tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still not wild.
Okay, you TP, let's see. Oh, you're TPing mid. That's fine, like you're saving the tower. You see here how far behind you are in farm. It's like 25 CS is like almost more than a kill, just in farm alone. I think a kill is like, I don't know, 15-20 CS, I'm not sure. So this guy is essentially 5-0 right now.
Yeah. That's really bad.
He also fair shot down, so that's good. Graves is kinda horrible. Just getting out jungled by a jungle that outscales him.
This was a really slow reaction, so...
Yeah, you're probably gonna die here. You also blue card, and so you have to flash like... There's 2 times where you waste your flash this game, like on top lane where you ulted, right? Like when you could have ulted around here instead of here. And then here again, like not only it takes you like 2 or 3 seconds to react to the MF ulti, but also you blue card, so you have to flash out of the E. So it seems like game sense wise, you're doing okay, like your ults on top were good. You're trying to push out the wave before you ult, but your mechanical play needs some work. I know. I guess the reason for that, TF is not your best champ, so obviously you're not gonna look that good on it mechanically. And I don't know if it's it's not even, how many games do you have on it? I didn't see.
On
TF.
I guess 20 maybe.
Yeah, it's not too many.
Look, I feel like I'm really bad at mechanics at all. I don't.
And how do you play Vlad? Isn't Vlad like kind of mechanically intensive? Like how do you have 70% win rate on Vlad and it doesn't make sense?
I don't think so. He isn't like...
You don't think he's that hard to play?
I don't know. You need to understand when to use that, and that's basically it. You don't do anything else.
Okay.
Maybe understand damage and healing stuff, that's all.
I was considering him a lot harder than TF, so
I don't think he is.
you could see how here, like, look at the way you're playing. You don't see the jungle, you don't really have any vision. I guess you have one ward here, but it doesn't see ye. You have one ward here, which is not great. You don't have any wards in this side of the jungle, so you could be there. And then you're just walking up so aggressively when you don't really know where people are. Like, you're just baiting them to, you're just screaming for them to gank you, right? Like, there's no reason for you to be that far up. Like, you just wait out the wave to crush here, and then you could do it. You're not in any hurry, and then
I have really bad map awareness.
that's not very good because you have to have good map awareness if you're playing TF.
Yeah, I went to play TF because I wanted to learn how to roam and better map awareness, so
Yeah.
that's the main reason.
Like, it's okay to play aggressive, but like walking up here is like straight up disrespectful. It's way too far up, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this game is probably pretty much over because we are on 9-1 tracks, but...
Yeah, but he will drop, so...
you lost in the end?
Yeah, I lost. This was... I told you this was the game
yeah,
that I ranked
but I would
up.
consider this game, like, I would consider this game kind of like a free win, because if you think about it, your bot lane is winning, top lane is winning, sure, your jungle is a bit of a monkey, but he's still okay, like he's not that far behind, and both of your side lanes are winning, so I would consider this game, like, you have to win this game, and the problem with losing this game is, if you lost this game, this means in the future you're gonna get a game where your team is actually gonna end, so you're gonna lose one more game, you know? If you're losing...
Yeah, that's actually what happened next game, so...
Yeah, so this is what happens, because matchmaking is not really matchmaking, but this game, I feel like you should have won it, because two of your lanes are winning, so it's pretty easy for you to just like ult somewhere and get kills, which is what you did. I mean, you ulted top, but then making mechanical mistakes earlier, like you being behind in farm, stuff like that, you're slowly letting the enemy team come back. Okay, this ulti here is good. Okay. Hey, what is that red trinket? I guess they could have avoided the lane. I think you should save the trinket and just trinket around here when you're rotating mid, like as you're moving around these bushes, not like on the lane. It's okay to red trinket on mid, because sometimes people ward on mid just to see rotations, but you don't really want to trinket here. Like it's not, there's no way you like warded around the lane, right?
I guess I use it because if G was in bush and waiting for me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but you didn't really walk in any. You didn't really walk close to the bush, you know.
So it was maybe.
And I think like even if you use it to check the bush, you just die if you're there. So there's not much point. Just gonna run you down.
I understand now, but maybe that was what I thought.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, it looks like it, but okay. I'm also not sure about CDR boots. I mean, they have triple AD. They also have quite a bit of CC, like the Rivenstone, Lux Bind, Morgana Bind. So I'm not sure which boots you should go.
I think I did it because Jax was really ahead, so I could ult and like stun for him and help him carry, but then he just didn't. So It doesn't matter in the end.
CDR boots are fine, but I feel like it might be a bit too late for them, because the point of CDR boots is to get your more OTS early game, blah 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 blah. But you bought them like 20 minutes in, so I'm not sure how good it is. I mean, again, like I'm not sure. I feel like you could make a point. You could make a case for all the boots like Tabi, CDR boots, and work trades. They're all decent here.
Yeah.
I would probably buy Tabi because I like Tabi a lot against like triple AD, but I don't know. Especially since you went Grasp and you have Rod, so you're gonna be pretty tanky in terms of like HP, so getting some armor on top of that is gonna make you almost unkillable to the Yi, Riven, and MF.
Yeah, it would be better. Stop recently.
But it also depends on how good you are at dodging. So you said you're not great at dodging, so if you get caught by a bind or like that of Morgana bind or Lux bind, you could just die, so I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Out here. I'm not sure about this ult as well. I guess it worked out in the end.
No, it didn't. I did monkey play.
Okay. This was not a horrible play, but I guess the Riven is kind of tanky because he has Black Cleaver. I don't think you could have killed him, right? Like, I think you hit everything, so... He also waited out this spell shield.
I know my team flamed me after this, so I felt really bad.
It's not a horrible play, and I wouldn't expect the Riven to be that tanky, but I guess he has Black Cleaver. Maybe you don't do as much damage because you only have a Sheen.
I don't. It's not like she's tanky, I don't deal damage.
Yeah. They're mostly about the utility, like getting stones in without dying.
Yeah.
And pushing out waves. Split pushing. Right now, I guess you have TP. Basing, I guess you have the Lich Bane finished. Shoot! This like doing the Drake here was kinda greedy for your team. They should have waited for you to back, but can't really control that, right? Now they're fighting. That's good, like, MF wasted her ulti. It's a better trade.
Oh, I maybe forget to buy anything because I didn't.
Is there a way for me to check the gold? What was the key for gold? Oh, I don't remember.
I don't.
Forgot to buy, lol.
Maybe it was just bad back because I thought they could kill me even when they were all at dragon.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe you just didn't have gold. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it feels kinda weird that it would back there if you didn't have gold.
Yeah, maybe I thought it would be greedy.
Got on an Inferno, like, that's another thing you have good going for you. Like, I mean, for Inferno, you have an Ocean. Because those two dragons could be Cloud Drakes, you know? But this is another thing why this game you should have probably wanted. Then again, they have like a spell shield against Fear and your stun card, so that's kind of a counter for them. Okay. Jax is overstanding.
I believe from now he won't get any kill and only die. I don't remember, but I think it will be like this.
Going up the pressure. Now you should buy this gun, right? Yeah. Okay, you do. Yeah,
I don't know why.
The thing here is like if you use your card like this and you're that far up to the Riven, it's not like, this card doesn't even achieve anything because it's not like you can't stun the Herald, right? It doesn't really damage it that much. You have to like walk behind it and stun it. So you using the card like this just screams to Riven just engage on the TF because his card is on cooldown, you know? Which is what he does. You also get knocked up by the Herald, which gives him even more time to stun you. And you're standing in one place hitting the Herald, so. Yeah. And you also ults. I guess you probably survived, right? Yeah. I mean, it turned out great in the end, but it could have been really bad. You also lost the tower. I guess you couldn't have saved it.
Oh.
Guess you're tipping now. Oh fuck, why is it so slow? Did I grab? That's good.
Yeah, this Gears is probably
Do you throw a Baron?
autonomy.
Or steal the Baron? Or yeah, they steal the Baron.
Yeah, because he smited my crap, I believe.
He smited the crab?
Oh, no, he has it, okay.
I think here you definitely need to be grouped with your team. Like, this here is a big mistake.
Yeah, I wanted, like, to bait mid, but...
Yeah, this here...
It's too late. Now I should go there.
I mean, you'll probably lose the Baron anyway and all die, but at least you could trade some kills, you know? Now you're just gonna die yourself, probably. Yep, right? You just die.
Yeah.
So this here is actually a pretty big mistake. Let's see. Who knows, maybe if you were here, you could stun the E before he jumps in. Do you have vision? I don't think so. So you see, like, if you're here, maybe you could stun the MF, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
I guess he gets feared, but anyway. And if you think about it, the Baron was so close to dying. If you are there, maybe you would have finished it in time, you know?
Yeah.
Gets super low by the MFOT as well. She gets like a 3-man or 2-man ult. And you don't see there at all, like this here, for sure. It's really important. 24. Sometimes it's okay if the enemy team is not paying attention to, like, if you wanna make them think you're not doing Baron. But in this case, you should have definitely grouped.
Yeah. I didn't know where they are because we didn't have wards, so maybe they were, I don't know, bottom. I don't know what I think.
Yeah, I could see your thought process because you don't really have vision here, so you didn't really know if they're coming there, but still. You do the Baron super fast with Heimer, and you have Lich Bane on the Baron, Triforce, Jax, Bork, so you could do it pretty fast. Okay. The Baron throw was huge actually. It's probably what lost you the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they also throw here, so... Okay. So it's counter throw after counter throw, so you get another Inferno. This is like great for you again. So another freebie, you get another Inferno. And you also push mid. Jax is inting again.
Lux is super strong right now.
This is typical Nordic and Leafs, like every game people are going for kills 24/7. They don't care about any objective, just kills all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what this Jax is.
Every game on East. You didn't get the Tower, but at least you got the Inferno, so at this point you have double Inferno. It's kinda weird that you lose the game with double Inferno. But I guess in solo queue it's more about like how you're playing team fights out and not so much about your advantages, because you see both teams could get big advantages and then just throw them. Okay. Ugh, that was scary.
Organa Q is always scary.
Why is this Jax like always groups? He could just be split pushing the entire game and no one could stop him. Like legit, at this point, no one can win against Jax 1v1. I guess he's a bit behind in levels, but it's not that bad, like 15 to 16. And I don't think anyone can 1v1 him. So even though he's super fed, him grouping means like he's super weak in team fights. I mean, he's not useless, but he's definitely a lot weaker in team fights than he is 1v1. So you could tell him to like split push. You could shot call for your team sometimes, especially as TF, you don't really have to think about too many mechanics. You could just call for your team. Hit your team.
I think I did one call, but they didn't listen to me and started flaming me.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay sometimes, but at least you try, right? Like, you could say to Jax, like, can you start split pushing? You're super far ahead, like, you're 14 kills, just try to split push, it's not working, stuff like that. And sure, he might say, shut up, you retard, I'm not gonna do that. And then he doesn't do it, but at least you tried. Like, it's gonna work some games, it's not gonna work some others. But here you could see how weak Jax is in team fights. Yeah, he's super far ahead. He can 1v1 anyone, but in team fights he's just way too squishy, he dies super fast.
Yeah.
And he can't kill people fast enough. But I guess split push didn't work for him either, because he was getting caught split pushing without respecting the enemy team. Okay. This point is pretty much over. You go behind and in gold. You still get a pretty good kill on Lux. But it seems like your team is a bit lost as to what to do in team fights. You lose every team fight.
Yeah, it was really.
And also at this point you're kinda useless on TF because TF gets outscaled and you don't really have any damage. Like you have Lich Pain, but Banshee and Rod are bot and CDR boots, they're all not giving you that much damage, so you're just getting outscaled at this point. If you compare yourself to Lux's damage, like your damage is just non-existent.
Yeah.
So if you don't snowball the early game with TF, it's really hard to win after that. I would say here, since you're that far behind, your team is behind, you have to make something happen. You can't really go Banshees because it doesn't give you that much damage if you think about it. Sure, it gives you some MR, some CR, but I feel like at this point you have to commit to playing risky than you buying defensive items, because your team is already losing, so I can't really buy defensive items and expect to win, you know?
Yeah.
When behind, you have to take risks. Usually I say people don't take risks, play safe, but in this case, it's okay, but in this case you have to for sure take risks, as your team is super far behind, you lost an inhib, top is like super low, you're behind in gold. I mean, you have double Inferno, but you could see how every fight you're losing. And even if you want to buy a defensive item, I would say maybe... Actually, I'm not sure, because then again they have triple ID, but the Lux is super fed, so I guess it's okay, compared to like Zhonya's.
I first wanted Zonya, but Lux one-shotted me, so I...
Yeah. Lux is super fed, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, I missed card.
You're kinda greeding for both kills here, so you don't get either, right? Here. That's quite important.
I wanted to start fight 5v for free, so we would win, but...
You could stun the Riven here for sure, right? And then maybe you could keep chasing after you stun the Riven. So but here you're like, oh, this guy's dead, but this is Riven, like he's just gonna get his jumps in like 1 or 2 seconds. and Heimer doesn't really have anything to chase him besides like the right life slow, and he already used this E, so he also doesn't have he doesn't have that much damage. So you don't get either kill here, and you're also kind of debated the Fiddle to ult because he's like, oh, Irvin is not gonna die, I'm gonna ult over 2-0. So now you wasted with this play.
Yeah.
Don't get kills, but you're also baiting your team a bit because sure it's not on you that Fiddle ulted here, but you could see how it's how he ulted because Irvin didn't die. So now he doesn't have ulti here. Like let's say he has ulti here, maybe he could ult here, he could ult here, right? But now he doesn't have it. Like here, Fiddle could ult here, and then maybe it would be a lot harder for them to team fight. But now he's like almost no threat, because Morgana can just spell shield someone. Yeah, I feel like at this point you just lose, because they're just overpower you.
Yeah.
They're just stronger. This Jax didn't buy any MR as well, and he always gets caught by the bind.
And now they have it.
Yeah.
Oh, we surrendered.
Yeah, it's saving time. Lol. So I feel like this game your ult was good. Like you ulted 3 or 4 times quite well. Only thing was like you mispositioned the ulti once. Then also you remember on top when you could have just walked out of the tower instead of like walking into the enemy jungle, right? You remember?
Yeah, I know.
Top tower.
I think it was Lux.
Then everything else is just mechanics. Like you have to just practice more on TF because it's not your most played champ, so it's kind of normal that you won't be playing him that good mechanically. And then I guess something else important which we talked about was like trying to shotcall for your team. If you see it's not working like team fight wise, even though I have double Inferno, you could see how weak we are in team fights because Jax is just not that good in team fights. Just tell him to split push. And also you could have probably called off the the Baron mistake was like huge. You could have either called off the Baron or at least group with your team and try to do something. Even if the call is bad, you should still try to commit, right? Sometimes you have to do the wrong play. Even though doing Baron is retarded, it's better for you to try something with your team, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it's better to try than you being mid, right, and not being in the fight because you're just conceding the fight for sure. There's no way you win it if you're not there. Yeah, I guess that's it. And I'll send you the notes and yeah, see ya, man, in the Discord.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye.